Oh, you should be worried about it. If you're doing anything important in life, you should be a little bit worried. If yeah, if you didn't care at all, then I'd be curious as to like why you feel so like it's not important. But no, if it's important to you, then you should care. So you should feel nervous. It means you're like actually living life or whatever. And that's a good thing. Mhm. No matter where you go in life, you're gonna run into people that you don't like. So it's guaranteed that you will. But also, it's okay because you're a well-adjusted adult who can handle conflicts easy. Because all you gotta do is talk to people like regular people, and then you'll be fine. It's really rare when someone will go out of the way to bully you, but like you should not run away from adversity because like you're just not gonna like everybody. You know what I mean? Nor are they gonna like you. So like just be a regular person and you'll be fine. Stand up for yourself. Be honest. Be like don't let yourself get like in bad circles. You know, you'll be fine. As long as you're honestly you, you don't like pretend to be something you're not, then you'll be just fine. You'll always work yourself out. The only time people get like messed up with like people they don't like, it's like they'll try to like act in a way where like they'll like not have conflicts and stuff like that, and then the bully thinks that like they like the way certain things are, and like like if you just are yourself, and you're like, hey man, that's not cool, then you'll quickly like find the right circle of people. Like just be honest, like you'll be fine. Hey Bashful, what's up? Yeah, like literally, like don't like, you'll like naturally want to like de-escalate by just like saying okay. Don't do that. Just say hey, that's not cool, and then like don't hang out with them. Don't try to like pretend to be their friend. Like you don't like them, don't like them. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with them. Just be honest. Like people get so messed up trying to like be likable by everybody. I'm like that's not how this world works. Like the goal of life is not to be likable. Just be yourself. And ironically, even people who don't like your personality type, like if you are just who you are, people will usually respect you and leave you alone anyway, because like they respect that like you don't wane on you're not trying to be something you're not, you know? Because like people can sniff that out like immediately. Like when someone, even if like it's someone at like you go to church and like someone like comes to you and is like, hey, how are you, young man? Like that sometimes like they give out this aura where it's like you're kind of weird. Like not that you're a bad person, but you're just inauthentic, you know? So it's like a very normal thing. Just be yourself and be honest, and then you have a really amazing life. I promise. Just be you. That's the best advice that can be given. I promise. That's okay, but you know what you don't like? You don't like jumping into volcanoes. You don't like wrestling sharks. So you do know something about yourself. So you do know who you are, but you're just not sure how to say it yet. But when something doesn't feel right to you, just say, this doesn't feel right to me, and then move on. And in that way, when you keep doing that long enough, you'll eventually learn who you are. You don't need to have the answers, but you just need to be honest. You know what I mean? And if you do like something, be honest. So, hey, I like that. And as you do that, you'll find out who you are. So you don't need to know who you are. Just be honest, and you'll figure out exactly who you are. It's all you have to do is be honest with yourself, and then say what you have to say. You don't have to actually find. You don't have to look for anything. You don't have to be anything. Just be real, and you'll be fine. So there's no hard part. So like just be real. Like you like art, obviously, so you can say you're an artist because you like art, right? So that's one thing I know about you that you might not even know. Like it's not hard to like find out who you are. Just be real, you know. So there's no pressure onto you. Just be honest. Like people will lie to themselves so honestly, like so earnestly, and then after a while they'll be like, I don't know who I am anymore. It's like yeah, because you keep lying about everything. Like just be honest. If you don't like this person, just say it. Or if you don't like this kind of art, say that. If you don't like this movie, say that. If you like popcorn, then say that. Like just say what you have to say. It's a really simple truth that a lot of people like ignore and then they get confused because they've like lied to themselves for too long. Like you don't need to have the answer, just be honest. That's what I'm saying. Like we all, especially when you're younger and going to new environments, we all do it. And obviously, now that I'm 29, I've lived a lot of life. Like now, I can, in hindsight, say things like this. But like Yeah, if I had just not know who I am, but if I had just like been honest with like what I do and don't like out of people or like certain situations, like not that like think those think like people wouldn't like be against me in any way, but like things would have been I would have found peace of mind a lot faster, and I wouldn't have been trying to look for something, you know. But instead, I was trying to like be like most people. Like if you're a nice person, you're gonna naturally try to people please because you don't want to have conflict. Like we all do it. But after I got older, I realized what it's actually not advantageous to do that. Um, so don't do that. Like I would highly advise not to do it. Mama, a girl behind you. Boy, what is she talking about? I'm going to get my dogs from outside real quick. I'll be right back. Enjoy the amazing art on this canvas, or the shit posted on this canvas, I guess. BRB, going to go on AI Dungeons, figure out what's new, what's whatever. Is it ethical? No, technology isn't ethical. Capital isn't ethical. AI isn't ethical in the same way that anything like. No, yeah, DM with I like D&D, so having D&D without DM because I'm being a loser is pretty cool to me. Nothing is ethical. We're all gonna die, and there's no hope in the planet. But up until we die, it's fine. You're right, D-roll. I'm happy you brought that up because it was bad for a long time. I remember it being really good when I first used it, and then for like 3 years after that, it was garbage. It was so bad. I haven't tried it recently, so I'm gonna give it a shot now and see if it's good because I actually don't know. Because I remember for a long time it was actually trash, and I stopped using it because it was just trash. Like it just couldn't. It just was bad. There's no ethical goons. There's no ethical way to make money. AI isn't ethical in the way that it takes resources. Using the fact that we're still using fossil fuels to fuel anything isn't ethical. Like we should be investing in wind power and like it's not just AI. It's literally everything. Um, that's what I'm saying. But I think in terms of like in the artist world, I think being fraudulent and scamming people that's unethical. That has nothing to do with AI. AI obviously is a greatly good way to scam people, so in that way it sucks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that like if you can honestly say, "Hey, I'm using AI in my process," or "Hey, I'm using AI to cut corners," or "I don't care about the resource cost," or whatever. If you can just say those things, then I appreciate anyone that can do that. If you try to deny those things while using AI unapologetically, that's not a problem. But yeah, I think that like the current state of the world, like I think it's much more than just like is AI bad? I'm like, there's a lot more conversation to be had here, you know. And I'm not one to like pick hairs. I'm here to be like, yeah, I can agree that like I think for me personally, I think the resource cost of AI is extreme, and I think that not on a one-to-one basis, but in terms of like we shouldn't be building like a million data centers without like proper agreements with the communities that they're built in. I think that's bad. So I think the conversation is very nuanced, and I think that if you just say is this good or bad, I think you're missing not like you specifically, but I think that like there's a lot of parts in the conversation that aren't being talked about, and I think that doesn't make for good conversation. You know what I mean? And that's fair. I think that's a perfectly logical take, and I think that's perfectly fine. I humanize what AI or yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I think everyone's different. I think that's weird technology, so like I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Be a jerk and like don't lie about it. So I think that's my stance, kind of. Um, like I think for me as a technologically focused guy, I think that there have been a lot of understated things that AI has done, which like has made more molecule discovery. It has streamlined neuro synapses study, like research allegation, which is really interesting. It does have really cool machine learning technology when it comes to robotics. But what I don't agree with is like I don't think deepfakes are cool. I don't think scamming people is cool. I don't think that wasting like you know you're making like fake YouTube AI shorts and you're pumping dumping them into the algorithm and you're just like for the cost of like three small villages you're making like $30 extra on YouTube. I do think those things are bad, right? So I think it's like I think there's a lot of strong nuance where it's a really good technology. Like it's really cool, just in the same way a calculator is cool. But again, like if you're calculating how many drugs you need to bring into a country to make the right amount of money, I think that's bad. You know what I mean? I think medicine is cool, but when you make poisons to kill people, I think that's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? So I think that like just like anything else, there's a lot of push and pull. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, I think that for me, it's like, yeah, and it's like, because like some people have the question. It's a good question, but it's like if I reference AI art to make the art that I make, not that you're tracing it, nor are you like heavily referencing it, but like you're just using it to get inspired. I think that's an interesting conversation where it's like if it's already made and you're on Pinterest and you saw it and you got inspired by what you saw, Like that has nothing to do with AI. You just got inspired as an artist. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Anything is just everything, and we decide if it's good or bad. But like, truly, anything in general isn't really good or bad. Like, if you fight a war, are you the good guys or the bad guys? Like, it's a really hard question to answer. It depends on your perspective and the context of the question. You know what I mean? And I feel like AI is the exact same thing. It's like, are you for it or against them? Like, that's a weird question. Because like we've been technically using machine learning for 10 years now, but only now is it publicized in a really strong way. So now it's like it's just a really nuanced conversation. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, fire isn't bad. A forest fire also isn't bad. A non-controlled forest fire, because we have controlled forest fires, is bad. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a lot of nuance, and moderation and balance is the key to anything, right? So I think that while obviously AI for artists is a hot topic, and I think it is a hot topic, I do think that like we shouldn't isolate this being like as soon as AI is eradicated, the world will say like, no, I don't think that's true at all. I think that we that's like a step. Yeah, ban fire. It's like, well, I mean, fire is the problem, but it does cause problems, but also is very useful too. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. So I think that the world's very gray. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Generative AI in the bad way. And so if you're scamming, being fraudulent, if you're like using way too like if you're just being a bad actor, then it's bad, obviously. If you mass produce AI stuff, I think that's also kind of bad too, because like you're wasting way too much. Like if you're like again making YouTube shorts about like if you like the YouTube Fruit Island thing or whatever, like I think that was a terrible use of generative AI. Like not only did it waste however many resource costs or tokens it used to make that, but also it was just stupid. Like it literally made people dumber. You know what I mean? For what? Like an extra like for you know what I mean? It's crazy. So I think that was bad, you know. So it's very nuanced to me. So I think that it's always a conversation. I don't think that like if you attack someone for it, or I don't think you should just hear the word and attack. But I also don't think that you should just be able to take it either. I think you should just have a conversation about it, you know. So I think that I wish artists specifically would be more open to like talking about it, because I feel like if you're online these days and you say like I don't think AR is that bad, there are some people who are like, oh, you said AI is not that bad, you know, like you should kill yourself now. It's like, okay, that's not a good conversation. Also, but again, like it's just like we need to understand each other as people in general. And I think that like people take such hard black and white stances on everything, and it's like we can't have a dialogue of humanity if you're always so aggressive. You know what I mean? Like we can't understand if we're not willing to listen. You know what I'm saying? So like that's how I feel. And I've seen honestly, I kind of hate it too. This is a side note, but there's been a lot of creators who like have spoken for or against AI for art anyway. And of course, I have my stance where I'm like, I think that you shouldn't necessarily generate it to use it that much, because like just you know you just already pictures out there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I think there's a conversation to be had. But like some people, if they voice that they're not strictly against it, then they get like super canceled, which I'm like, I don't think that's fair. Like just because you're open minded as an artist, you get like destroyed like that. Like that's not. I don't think that's cool. You know, personally. Um, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, and also I think that anything that's mass produced loses value. So ironically, because AI art's easy to make, then it's going to be less valuable. Then you go back to like the carpenters and the people, the illustrators who can draw and actually, and it kind of just goes into a big loop, you know. But of course, like obviously that can take a while and it can be really disheartening and it's like a whole thing. But like, how many companies have used AI to make their commercials and got like basically canceled? Like Coca-Cola, Marvel, that new Marvel show that came out like 2 years ago. The Marvel Invaders used like the AI intro, which I thought was kind of tacky and was kind of lame because they could have had an artist there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the art community online sometimes is very not cool, and that's why I don't really engage with it too much. That's why I don't really talk to. I don't make videos on artists. I don't like talk to art communities too much. I don't comment on art fight and things like that publicly. Like I think that sometimes the art community is it's just so like it's just really aggressive. Like people, art is very intrinsically important to people. Like people are very vulnerable when they yeah, like when people are very vulnerable when they like express art. So I can take it like I can see why someone would get really aggressive if they feel like their livelihood or their hobby or their like lifeblood is taken away from them. I can see why that would invoke like insecurity. Which is fair. Like, yeah, that's why it's such a hard conversation to have, because a lot of people aren't like not that they aren't willing to listen, but they're really scared of losing something important to them. And if anything like specifically AI is going, they feel is going to attack their way of living. I can see why that's a really scary conversation that they don't want to engage in. You know. So I think just a lot of understanding to be had, and I think that like people just you have to listen to people, even if you don't like their opinion, you have to listen. And if you aren't willing to listen, you aren't willing to have a conversation. You know what I mean? But I learned just through marriage, so like I'm really good at like conflict resolution and like understanding. But as I've taken it out of my marriage and taken it to other aspects of my life, I realized that the world, at least in America, we're missing a lot of like purposeful, intentful listening and understanding. And I think that holds us back as a community, you know? Um, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, and I think that if you decide to opt out and not share your thoughts, I think that's fine too. Like, it is really scary. And even when I make my videos, like, I do get really nervous, and I do hesitate sometimes. So I'm like, I know I can come across very, very. I'm 29. Um, yeah, so I do follow like art drama sometimes, where I do follow like like people talking about like, oh, this person's a scammer, or this person said this thing, this person's like a groomer. Like I do follow like art drama sometimes, but I never comment because like I don't know. It's those communities that thrive on art drama, like they're usually very aggressive, and like I think it again is very reductive to like a lot of the conversation. Like obviously some things are pretty black and white bad, but like, I do think that like again, we should try to at least listen and understand before we cast judgment, you know? And I do think that listening and like not already coming to a conclusion before you talk to someone is already like very it's people just don't do that. And I think it's a lack of social skills, and also we live online nowadays, so people are much more open to being aggressive. Like they feel like there's no like human interface, but if you were to be in someone's face, you wouldn't say the things you say online because you know like obviously that's gonna impact. Not that you'll get beat up, but just like it's just not human to be so mean. But when you're online, people are just so mean, and I'm like, it's brutal, man. Especially if you're an artist and like not even just like AI, but just like in general. If you have like a hot take as an artist online, like people will like really be aggressive towards you, and it's dangerous, you know. So I don't blame anyone for opting out, and also like I feel bad for when people like yeah, I feel bad for people who like get super like just like shut down by the community when they have like an honest thought that they want to share, you know? It's terrible. And it's just like it's just tough, you know? I hate it. I don't know. I wish we could I'm here for like I'm always yeah, I do watch art drama videos. Yeah, it's just like it's just dumb like I think that if we put half the energy we go into dissecting art dramas into actually drawing, we'd all be better at like everything, you know? But again, yeah, people just like they're just so aggressive, and like art is such a vulnerable thing, you know. Like I hate that it's become such a yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like it's sometimes you get hate for no reason. Sometimes you draw what you draw, and like I don't I could imagine myself like drawing something and being like, oh, you draw women too objectively, like you're a sexist. Like it's like I mean I hear what you're saying, but maybe we can talk about it. Like I don't think that's what I think. I think I'm just expressing myself. Yeah, so it's just like I don't know. I think that's why like it's hard for me to be like AI is bad when I'm like there's so many things I want to talk about that isn't just like AI. It's like there's a lot of things and this is just a symptom of the root cause. And the root cause is that we're all very aggressive and we don't listen to each other and we're gonna hold ourselves back. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I hate to see. That's why I encourage like I don't care about your art improving too much. I care about you growing as an artist and as a person because truly at the end of the day that's what's gonna carry you over. There's many talented technically skilled artists who can't make it because like they didn't grow as people, and then when they reach adversity they completely like they blow up, they get insecure, they cause drama. Like it's a whole thing. Like you have to learn to control yourself and to be honest and learn how to communicate. It's really important, and people just don't prioritize those life skills, you know. So it doesn't matter how famous you get, like once you get that first sign of adversity, like you cannot flip out. You need to learn how to listen and like understand that you don't know everything, so it behooves you to just like listen and understand where they're coming from because you might be enlightened in a way that you weren't aware of, you know. Like you have to learn that you're still growing. I'm still growing. When I talk to you guys I learn about myself, you know what I'm saying. I learn more about you guys. Like I learn about what you guys are worried about, things that you care about. Like it's a self-feeding process, but we can only do that if we listen to each other, you know. And in my opinion the general art community online they don't listen. um I like think that no, I mean, as nihilistic as I can be, I am a very optimistic person, and I do hope for the best. I really do. But when I speak honestly, I don't necessarily sound like that. But without hope, there's no point of drawing. You know, what I mean, if you don't hope for a better future, if you don't hope to improve, you don't hope to connect, why draw? You know what I'm saying? Like, I do care about people. I do care about being nice. I do care about understanding. Like I do hope that we can get better as a community. That's why I'm even voicing my thoughts and opinions and stuff. But you have to hope. If you don't hope, then like I'm sorry, like you have a depressing life, you're gonna die. So I'm sorry. But hope is what ties art together, and that's how we connect. You have to hope. And yeah, it is a bit of cope, but like if you don't have like you have to cope with something, like you have to do something. Like you and hope is a really good way to cope. It's healthy, it's honest. Yeah, prepare for the worst. Yeah, wish for the best. That's my mentality, you know. So it's kind of like I I hope my voice reaches out to people. I hope me being transparent helps people. Like I hope these things are true, but like you know what I'm saying? But like, obviously, I prepare for people to like be angry or be aggressive or to not communicate well. Like I expect that, but when it doesn't happen, and I meet people like you guys who want to like actually be in a culture where like you know we celebrate each other, we are honestly happy for each other or whatever. Like that's what I want to be. So I wish for this, but I'm not necessarily foolish enough to think that I'll never find someone who doesn't agree with me. Like that's okay, and then we can talk about it. And that's how I grow as a person. You know, we shouldn't run away from like disagreeing with people. Like, it's very normal. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to hope. You have to hope. Like there has to be some hope somewhere. Okay, like I understand it's very like that's what I'm saying. Like if you hope long enough, you will find someone that does care. Like you guys care about just art, and I care about art, and now we can talk about that because I hope before I even started with this channel and stuff, I just hope that like me pursuing something I care about and being honest, like would reach out to people who also feel the same way, you know? I hope for that to happen and now we're here. Like you have to hope for something to happen, you know? And yeah, it's very cool and like hot topic to like not say I don't care about nothing. Like I hate my mom. Like, yeah, we get it. But like if we're being seriously honest, like you have to be a little cringe. You have to be a little vulnerable. You have to hope a little bit. You have to be a little honest. Like you have to like get over like the nonchalance, you know, of life. Like you have to kind of care a little bit. If no one cares about anything, then that's how we get to like the world perspective now, where everything sucks. Or not everything sucks, but everything is so like volatile and aggressive. But if you hope for a better future and you hope that the things you do matter, then eventually like people will see it too and then they'll buy into it and then like just for the better of other people, people will act better, you know? Like you have to hope a little bit. And if you don't hope, you're a part of the problem. Yeah, to be cringe to be free. Yeah, I like drawing big titty women. Like, yeah, for some people it's cringe. Sorry, but I like to do it. It makes me free, and I can connect with people. You know, like I don't want to draw the most objectively perfect, like you know, diverse character every single time. I want to draw the hot shit, bro. Like that's what I like to do. I can't blame someone for not liking it. That's their prerogative. But I'm not gonna say I don't like it because I don't. I want to be cringe in this way. I'm sorry. When I'm making burp jokes, it's a little cringe, but I like it. It makes me laugh. I want to laugh. Like, sorry. That's what I'm saying. Share your bad art. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not about the art. It's about connecting with others. You know, like that's what really matters. It's not about the art. It never was. Of course, like, I didn't know that either. But after a while, I realized like, oh, this shit doesn't even matter. It's like, just express yourself. You know. Um, man, my soapbox is stacked high today. Sorry, I don't like. I don't mean to preach. um, and I feel like I've lived a lot of my life without sharing my honest thoughts with people because I feel like I feel like in my head, if I share my honest thoughts with people, people are gonna take it the wrong way. But the more I do it, the more I find like-minded people who believe in a better future. So I guess I was just wrong for a large part of my life where I just assumed that people wouldn't get it because I feel like I was saying things that like didn't make sense to people. But like fair enough. Like honestly, like people kind of like when you speak from the heart, people can feel that, even if they don't agree. You know what I mean? And then you have a real yeah, you know. So it's like just I don't know, just be honest with yourself. Like just be real. Yes, it's gonna be awkward. Yes, you're gonna run into people who don't like you. Yes, it's gonna be hard to draw. Like it's all true, but like the alternative of doing nothing and hoping for nothing and like never practicing anything or just like coasting through life until you die, like that sucks. It's like sorry. I'd rather be cringe and disagreed with than live a life where like nothing happens and not die. Like that's terrible. Like I'm gonna choose to care. I'm gonna choose to love. I'm gonna choose to be honest. I'm gonna choose to hate people. Like be like yeah. I don't want to be like we're past the good times now. Life will never be as good ever again. I don't want to think like that. I want to think that in 2028, the life will be like what it was in the 2022. You know what I mean? I want to hope for a better future, and I want to be part of it. You know, if you like, if you want to be a better future, or you want to be like, man, maybe things will get better one day, but I don't know when. Like, be part of the solution. Like, be one of the people. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, make cringe. Yeah, for real. Like honestly though, like just 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 believe in something. Like don't believe in nothing. That's cringe, bro. Like I get that it's cool to be like nonchalant, but don't do it, man. It sucks. No one cares about nonchalance. Like it feels good because you're never gonna like commit to anything, so you never feel bad. But not feeling bad is not any way to live. Like you're gonna have to feel bad sometimes. I'm sorry. Like not everything's gonna land right, not everything's gonna be done right, but at least you tried, and people can see that you tried. And that's what matters more. Like it might be a delayed reaction, but like when people look back at who you are, you want to be someone that's seen that they're authentic and they tried. And like people, same thing with like people who like what, no matter what political party you sit with, it's like some people just not vote because they don't think their vote matters. I'm like, you're part of the problem. Like, yeah, honestly, I might, but it's kind of like you choosing not to do anything and just saying that life sucks. Like you are a loser because you're just making life hard for people who do care, and you're part of the problem. Like, no matter what you care in, just try to care about something. Like even if it's like unpopular, but just care about something. So even if like you disagree with someone, you can have a conversation about it. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to conform to a specific idea, but just like believe in, like care. Um, yeah, like it's crazy. Um, I don't ever depend on anyone again. Never yet, for real. Nonchalant hustle culture. That's what I'm saying. Like, especially our generation, like Generation Alpha and like Generation Z and even like millennials. Like, yeah, it's just like people just like don't care about anything, or like everything is such a grift. Like any reaction is like a you're trying to get something out of people. You can't like when people say something like, "Oh, like well, you know what I'm trying to say. Like, it's just like people. Not everything has to be for money. Not everything has to be for ad revenue. Not everything has to be rage bait. Like, you can just say something honest and be like, "Hey, you know that was pretty cool." Like, that was it. Or like, "Hey, this is kind of lame," and like that's it. Like, you don't need to like antagonize people to get your point across. Like, that's annoying. Um, yes, I'm saying like you just because someone has a different like and everyone's happy going to YouTube. That's what I'm saying. Like it's like when you're honest, like you find like-minded people and you guys can find like you guys can make the community you want to see. Like you can be part of the solution. We are all nerds, that is true. You especially, I'm playing. But yeah, but like it's just like I don't know, like it costs nothing to care. And we've been sold a lie where like, if you care, you're weak. I'm like, that's not true. Like the whole alpha male thing, where it's like, bro, this is all cringe. Like like some dudes will talk to anyone but women to get women. Like that's ridiculous. Like, come on. And then there'll be like also the black pill where it's like, oh, I'm not one of the top 10% of guys with their looks, therefore I will never get a girlfriend. It's like you are a loser because like you just need to be interesting. Like you need to like have a hobby. You need to like actually know what you want to do in life. Like just be interesting. Like just be a person. You know what I mean? Um, That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I was like, birds together are strong, bro. But yeah, to me, it's like I just think that like I'm not saying any profound truth. I'm not saying anything that's never been said before. It's kind of just like it's a reminder that I think that a lot of times we look for all these things in life to like, why don't I feel full? Um, why do I feel like I'm connecting all this stuff? Like, what do I need? Like, what kind of app do I need? What kind of like friend group do I need? What kind of Discord server do I need to be in? I'm like, none of you don't need any of those. Just be yourself, honestly, all the time, and sure enough, you'll find people who think the same way, but they will never know if you don't say it. I don't feel like want to get back to sleep. That's true. Uh, um, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're all just people. We're all just interesting people who live our own lives. You're not better or worse than anybody. You're just a person, and you'll never grow as a person until you embrace other people. There's gonna be other cultures, other religions, other political views. There's gonna be all kinds of stuff that you don't necessarily understand, but like you're not gonna understand if you just attack it because it's different than what you know. You don't know everything, so just learn to talk to people. You can stay disagreeing, but it's okay. Not everything has to be a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I feel like I'm saying really simple truths, which is why I'm like, I don't feel like I'm even acknowledging anything that's like really like wooey. I'm just saying like, I'm pretty sure this, yeah, just be you, bro. Like, I don't know, like you have everything you need to succeed. Like, just be you. Like, just do your thing. Like, honestly, don't fake it. Yeah, we should. Yeah, for real. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I'm like, there is no amount of shortcut taking you can do to get a better life. Like, you just have to be a better person, and that's it. Everything else will follow. But you have to start with yourself. And by that, you need to be open minded and acknowledge that you don't know everything. You do make mistakes, and other people are valuable just like you. And through your guys' weaknesses, you guys can work together and be stronger. Yeah, and I'm like, honestly, yeah, no hard feelings, no regrets. That's what I hate that. Like, don't live like that. I'm telling you, it's lonely, isolating, and like, you can be cool all day, but then when you're by yourself, like, you're just depressed because like, just no one talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta connect with people. It's gonna be cringe. It's okay though. Like, that's part of life. I never care about being a friend group, but that's what I'm saying. I like to me, like, my friend group outside of like YouTube is like my wife, who is my best friend. Like, I like hanging out. I actually like her as a person. And then like, I work with my coworkers. I talk to my parents every so often. I have two siblings, then their families. Like, I talk to like two homeboys from like my thank you, I appreciate that. I talk to like two homeboys from my childhood, like on the phone. And that's it. Like, that's my entire friend group. I don't have more like when it comes to people I physically hang out with, it's probably just like four people, honestly. And I have people I can talk to on the phone about like just life and stuff, like my grandma and stuff. And that's it. I don't have a huge friend group. I don't like my phone is rarely like if I get more than three texts a day from three different people, that's really rare for me. My phone is really quiet. It's intensely quiet. I have all my notifications off. Like, I don't want to talk to people like for no reason. Like, if I'm talking to someone, I want them to really care what I'm doing. Um, and I want to feel the same way about them too. I want to give them the respect that they deserve to be my friend, like to be friends, you know. So I want to ask them like, hey, like for no good reason, I thought about you today. I want to call you. There's nothing weird about that. There's nothing wrong. Yeah, like there's nothing wrong with just being human. You know, we all have the same concerns about like, am I good enough? You know, whatever. It's like just be honest, like be valuable, like just be calm. Like, it's okay to have issues. It's okay to like mess things up. It's okay to drop the ball. It's okay for me to forget to pick up food for my wife sometimes. It's okay for her to forget about, you know, like setting up an appointment. It's okay to say the wrong thing at the wrong time and get someone mad. It's okay to storm out of the room sometimes. It's okay to just be human. It's also okay to apologize. It's okay to be forgiven. It's all fine. We're just people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just people are just so aggressive, and like that's what bothers me so much. It's just like, guys, but like, I understand, feel the way you feel. That's one thing. Like, just be honest with how you feel. But beyond that, it's like, but then also acknowledge that like there is a tomorrow. People aren't out to get you all the time, and people make mistakes too. It's fine. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like that's the human experience. You're gonna fail. It's okay. Like, that's what happens when you try. When you try, you're gonna fail, and then when you try again, you'll fail a little bit less the next time. And sometimes you'll be successful for like 3 years straight, and then you'll fail hard one day for no reason. Like, it just happens. You know, you're human, and you should be forgiven, and then you should also forgive others for making the same mistake. If you feel like someone didn't show up because they hate you, like, that's not true. It's like they just messed up. It's okay. Like, they didn't. I doubt that they did it because they hate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just relax. Like, take it. Yeah, yeah. If you don't feel like, that's why I feel like that's why I like sketching a lot. It's like if you don't feel like sketching, or you feel like you're done with the art piece, or you don't want to do it anymore, like then stop. It's okay. Like, don't like you don't need to force anything, you know. And sorry, I sorry, I have a lot of thoughts. I guess I don't usually share my thoughts because I feel like people don't care enough. Like, I don't want to, I don't feel like getting into conversation with people sometimes because it's kind of exhausting. But I truly think that like everyone is completely able to live the life that they want to live. People are out there that will support you. If you aren't honest with yourself, you will live a fake life. If you are too nonchalant to care about anybody, you will be lonely and isolated. Like, these are all just simple things, but like the culture that we live in, everything's just so perverted into thinking that like the exact opposite is true. Where it's like if you show like if you talk to someone and say that you care about them, you're weak. It's like, what? If you're a guy and you cry, you're weak. It's like, what? If you don't like spend like all your life making money and then die, it's like you're a waste of space. Like, no, bro. If you need to take a week off, take a week off, man. If you're just gonna do nothing, just do nothing. Like, if you were feeling lazy, just say that. And then now I know what I'm working with. You don't need to act like you're something you're not. If you're not a, I'm not a, I feel like I'm not like a hyper motivated overachiever. I think I'm just a guy who likes to do what I do because I'm focused. I'm a little selfish. Like, that's fine. I can admit that. I'm not the most empathetic guy out there, but I can tell you how I feel, you know, and that's okay. Um, yeah, it's just like, just just be human. Like, you don't have to be anything. Just be yourself, and then at least we know what we're working with. If the more you fake what you're who you are, like the worse things get, you know? It's just like, stop, like, don't fake it, bro. Like, we anyone can tell when you're not being yourself. Like, it's obvious. And you feel the same way with other people. It's just like, it's when you're not being truthful to yourself, then like it's clear. It's clear as day, really. And that sucks. Like, you shouldn't have to live like that. For your sake and for others' sake, like, just you need to be yourself. Even if it's not popular. Yeah, draw drawing bricks. Uh, what do I do to improve in art? Yeah. So just for the record, uh, I work um every day, obviously, and I was on shift for the last 12 hours, or like the last day for 12 hours. I'm fully married. I'm very busy. You know, my wife's pregnant. I do kumdo uh when I can. I have two dogs, and I like to call. I try to stay active and exercise in the morning. I wake up like I usually wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I do like a jog and I work out, and before I go to work and stuff like that. I still draw. Like I can admit sometimes like I'll draw for like maybe like 10 minutes in the day. But I guess to your point, what you want to do is what I think for my life, every room in my house has a pencil and a sketchbook. In my work backpack, I have a sketchbook and a pencil. In my office, to do this stream, I had to press three buttons and I'm streaming. Everything is already set up, so when I'm exhausted, which I usually am, everything is already ready for me to go, so I don't have to like get ready to get started. Everything's already gotten ready, so I can just get started. You know what I'm saying? Like just prepare your spaces, and even when I'm sleeping or in my bed with my wife or whatever, on my nightstand I have a sketchbook and a pencil there too. And also when we're in the car, when we go to church and stuff like that, or like go to like go get some errands or whatever, in the door like pocket, I have a sketchbook and a pencil. So no matter where I am in my life, in most cases, I can draw in that moment. So with whatever time I have to do, just I can still draw because I'm a busy guy. So I can't just like rely on like at 4:30 every day I'm gonna be able to draw. I don't really know. I could not be able to draw till like 9 p.m. I don't really know. But I'm always ready to draw because I always have equipment ready with me. So prepare like every space to draw, and then you'll find time because you always have time, but you might not always be ready, and that's the problem. So just always be ready, always. That's my advice. Yeah, I was gonna say, but I think the hardest part about drawing is getting started. Because once you get into it, you enjoy what you do, right? So it's like that's not the problem. But getting started to draw is the hard part. That's why you need to set yourself up for success. So always be ready to draw and have it all the time, you know? And that's why even when I'm busy as fuck, I can still post often. Um, and I can post consistently too, you know? Because I'm always ready to draw, you know? Even when I was on shifts or for 12 hours, I brought my personal laptop and my Huion tablet. So when I wasn't busy doing like my shift stuff, I could still draw. Which is how I was able to post when I was like stuck at work, you know what I mean? Like, and also yeah, sometimes like I'll forget my sketchbook somewhere and I'll go to like a copy machine like a workplace or whatever, and I'll just grab paper and I'll grab a nearby pen from like a little pen holder thing, and I can start drawing there too. It doesn't really matter. I've used whiteboards at work before. Like there's always a way to draw, always. So when you have a moment, ideally you bring your own material, but like you can always find material. You have to make drawing a not a priority, but something that you can't live without. And then you'll just in the same way you'll find water when you're thirsty, like you'll find a way to draw, always. So that's my advice. Wait, was that? I didn't eat my damn food and I was all cold. Just too busy damn talking.